Good morning, Executive here, Daniela from Young Living. Today I'm going to talk about the only thing that will hold you back in network marketing and how network marketing is one of the only industries where people with limiting beliefs can still rise all the way to the top. So today's your take the pressure off story that anyone can do it. So, the only thing that's ever going to hold you back in network marketing is a lack of motivation. A lack of motivation is your nemesis. So, as long as you are determined and motivated, you can still become quite successful in this industry, even if you have limiting beliefs about money or business. And the how you do it is how you position it to yourself. So, for example, if you have beliefs that it's wrong to prioritize material growth, or it's wrong to only focus on business. If you're somebody that is service to humanity oriented and all you want to do is serve humanity, and you have beliefs about money being an impediment to that, or focusing on wealth being greedy or a bad thing, which by the way I don't agree with. I'm the opposite end of that spectrum. I'm all for accumulating wealth so that I can actually use that to empower others. So anything I learn on how to generate income or wealth or whatever, I'm happy to share with everybody because I want everybody to do well and be comfortable. And also, because I know the power of the product that I represent and what it does to people, how much it empowers people, for me, my growing commission check is an affirmation that a lot of people are now becoming empowered. And every time my commission check doubles, or grows substantially, I know that many more people are now on a path to wellness. So that's exciting to me, and it's an affirmation. Money is just a reflection of something else that's positive that's happening. So because I don't have a complex about money, I'm a business person outside of my role at Young Living. So for me, I'm all about building businesses. That's what I do. That's my entire job outside of network marketing is business building and business growing, and helping companies expand into different markets, and all that sort of thing. And I don't have a problem with any of that because everything I do generates in new jobs. Every time I'm hired by somebody to work on an expansion, I'm doing one right now for a company that's going to result in probably 15, 20 jobs. So that's a good thing for me. And these are jobs that pay living wages too, which is, when I'm creating minimum wage jobs, I'm happy they're being created, but whatever. But when I'm creating a nice big batch of middle class jobs, that's exciting to me because I know that in the industry that I expand in, I think it's a 1 per 65 job multiplication rate. So every job that I create indirectly supports 65 other jobs. And I'm about to create another 15, 20 times 65, and directly I'm supporting that many new jobs in our economy at a time when a lot of people are losing jobs. So I don't have a complex about business. I don't have a complex about money because I know the good that can come from that. I remember being able to, this wasn't my money that I gave, it was representing one of my clients, but I got to donate a $25,000 check to a charity. And that was a good feeling because it was a great charity. And it was a great feeling that day to be able to hand $25,000 that I knew was going to go to a good cause. And that 25,000 was generated indirectly by work that I was doing. So I was part of that, whatever. And that to me is a good thing. Right now, I'm at, in my consulting practice, one of my clients is a photographer that's doing an art series that uplifts people, and especially people struggling with different mental or emotional issues. I'm proud that I'm part of that initiative. Could it generate a good income for her? It might. And then indirectly to me, sure, it could. But that's not my primary motivator. But don't ever think that in the back of my head, I'm not fully aware that everything good that I'm doing will benefit me. And by really embracing that constant awareness that yes, I'm doing good, but hey, I'm benefiting from that. That keeps me humble and grateful, and it keeps me aware of my ego. Because if I trip myself up to say, oh, I don't care about commissions, I only want to get oil on people, then what happens is I become Saint Daniela the healer, and my ego gets tripped up in that, and I don't want that to happen. So I am consciously aware that yes, I'm empowering people and getting things into people's hands, but that will indirectly benefit me financially, and I just want to keep that awareness constantly, all the time. And I don't feel bad about that commission, because like I said, I'm earning it because people are feeling better, because if they weren't, they wouldn't keep buying the product, right? And because of the nature of this company, what Young Living Foundation does for the world, I'm all for supporting that initiative. The way Gary Young, his commitment to sustainability, living wages, how he treats his staff, I'm all for supporting growth in that industry. But if you're someone who is uncomfortable with the idea of business or business building or positioning yourself as someone who's selling things or trying to build a business, that doesn't keep you on the outs. As a matter of fact, because well, I won't even go there, but there's a lot of members in the organization that I represent that have huge complexes about money, but they're the top leaders. Like a lot of our top leaders will say, I don't feel comfortable saying I build a business. I don't feel comfortable saying I sell oils. I share oils because I have a mission or a calling to empower people's wellness. I happen to make good commissions, that's great. And, that enables me to free up time to get more people, more oils on more people. And for them, it truly, truly is like a religious calling that they want to empower wellness. And they'll stop at nothing to get people empowered and to be well, and that's their only motivation. And so much so that they won't even discuss, not that they won't discuss it because they teach it as business leaders, but they don't focus on the wealth generating aspect or the business psychology behind what they're doing. What they do is stay firmly rooted in their mission to get people well. And in that devotion, they just happen to do well financially too. So if you're the type of person that you're not prepared to embrace money, you're not prepared to embrace the idea of business, you can still do very, very well and free yourself financially. Just don't trip yourself up mentally by focusing on how big your commissions are. Focus on how many people are telling you thank you that they feel better, or how many great testimonials you're getting down your downline, and that will keep you rooted in the fact that you're doing good for the world. So there's nothing to feel bad about. And if you're becoming successful financially as a result of this is just whatever you put out in the world, you get back. So you're putting out positive, positive, positive with your product because of what it does for people, and that's going to be reflected in a more positive material reality for you. And as long as you're using it with integrity, and you're not stepping on other people to get an enrollment, you're not poaching enrollments from other people, like as long as you're approaching this with integrity and then using the wealth that you're creating responsibly, there's nothing really to feel guilty about. So whether you want to position yourself as, like I'm a business leader. I talk business. So I'm looking for the demographic that doesn't need the warm fuzzy, right? The business builders that I tend to generate are people that are no bullshit. I'm here to free myself financially. I want to pay off my mortgage and retire comfortably. That's where I'm at. And so I tend to attract people on that wavelength. But if you are not like that, if you're a gentle builder, and like I said, if you're more of a calling for a wellness to people than working on your own financial stability, that's not going to preclude you from rising to the top. Because many of the top leaders in my organization will still not say, even if they get tens of $1,000s a month, which I've seen people make so much money, they're paying for things, big things in cash, right? So if you're making tens of $1,000s every single month, and still not feel comfortable with saying I sell oils or I run a business. Some of our biggest leaders cannot say or refuse to position themselves in that way because they have a more spiritual approach to what they're doing or they're calling. So either way, there's a place for you in multi-level marketing. And I don't know any other industry that's that inclusive, right? Because usually, you have to be a one way or another to be accepted in an industry, where in multi-level marketing, whether you're doing this as a spiritual calling or personal calling, or whether you're doing this to free yourself financially, there's equally a place for you here. We just hope that you're an integral person. And I think that someone who's not integral probably would not be attracted to a company like Young Living anyway, right? That would be a lot for them. So I have a feeling that Young Living tends to attract very high vibration integral people anyway, and that just makes life easy. So, but just don't feel like you need to fit into any box. The only box you need to fit in is motivated. As long as you're motivated, whether you're motivated to generate wealth or minister through, the sharing of oils, either way, there's a place for you here. So that's a good thing.